So, good morning to one and all. My name is Abhay Surya, SRN12. So, our project is Personal Finance Manager, which we have done through Java. So, what our project does is finance is normally everyone's problem. So, what Finance Tracker does is it helps us to manage our finance. It balances update by budget alerts and reports like pie charts and spending patterns for students, prioritize manual entering and SMS syncs. So, okay, yeah. Understanding the core requirements, what does a PFM does is our personal finance manager. Transaction record, ability to log all income and expenses with details like date, amount, and description. Budget management, setting and tracking budgets for various categories to manage spending effectively. Categorization, assigning categories or transactions for better organization and analyzation. Categories such as fuels, food, or etc. Reporting, generating summaries and visual reports for finance activities over time. Data persistence, ensuring all finance data is saved and loaded securely for continuous use.
So my name is Rohit Kumar and my SRN is 0003, and I'm going to explain about Java Development Kit and Integrated Development Environments. The first is Java Development Kit. It is a set of tools to create and run Java programs. It includes JVM, that is Java Virtual Machine, which runs Java programs, and JRE, which is Java Runtime Environment, and compilers and tools like Java, Javadoc, and JAR. And next is integrated development environment, which is a software application that helps you write, run, and debug code in one place. It usually includes code editor, compiler, debugger, and build tools. And next slide. Next slide, please. Okay. So the next slide is about data storage solution, that is file IO versus simple
Now coming to
database. So file IO is easier to implement for smaller projects. Use CSV or JSON files to store transaction data. Requires manual parsing and handling of data integrity, suitable for learning purpose. So file IO is basically like file input output. Reading data from a file and writing data to a file is basically what file IO means. This includes the file reader, file writer, buffer reader, scanner, and the other one is SQLite database. SQLite database is more robust for larger data sets, offers structured storage, query capabilities, and better data integrity. Involves JDBC for database interactions. So what SQLite is that it is a lightweight file database system. Which does not need a server, and it can see the database files can be stored in one file. So SQLite is a embedded database with zero configuration and data which is stored in a single file, and it is very fast for small to medium apps.
My name is Aditya P and my SRN number is 56. So I'm going to explain about key features, income and expense tracking. So in key features, we come across record income functions to log money coming in from salary, freelancing, or investment storing date, amount and a short description for each entry. Track expenses, methods to record all the spending with details like date, amount, category, and descriptions, so users can review them later. And the last is view transactions, a screen to list all record transactions with options to sort and filter them to better see cash flow. The next slide of advanced features, budgeting and more. Categorization and reporting. Budgeting. Budgeting lets us users set weekly or monthly budgets for different spending categories to help them stay within limits. And next is categorization. Allows assigning categories such as groceries, utilities, or entertainment to each transaction for organized tracking. The next is financial analysis. Provide simple analysis like spotting spending trends or flapping categories where the users overspend. And next is reporting. It generates a report, for example, monthly summaries of income versus expenses by categories to support financial planning. So the next slide will be explained by a friend. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Abhishek, and my SRN is 20. Today, I am explaining about error handling and robustness. So now, coming on error handling and robustness, error handling is a very important. Provide user feedbacks. Clear error messages and confirming messages helps us to understand went wrong. And coming to the testing and debugging, testing ensure that our personal financial managers work correctly and gives accurate results. So firstly is unit testing. So in unit testing, in this web test individuals models such as transactions entry, budget calculations, and data storage. We use JUnit to verify the each functions, productions, and expectation outputs. Like integration testing, here we test how different components works together. For example, we check whether user input is correct, saved, and later retrieved from the file or the database. Then third comes to debugging. Using IDCE debugging tools, we step through the code, inspect of variable values, and identify the runtime or logical errors. And this helps us to quickly find the issue in the program. Overall, this testing and debugging helps delivers to stable and reliable error-free personal finance manager. So
ये लेटेस्ट है कुछ तो
Hello
नया चल रहा
everyone,
है हाँ ये
myself Aditya IS sir. My SRN is
ये टेम्पररी है जो भी है
0058
मैं सोच रहा लूंगा
from
15 में
3CSE01.
16 बट
So
16
today
में
I'll be
ट्रायल देखने
speaking
को
about our future
मार्च में
enhancements and
आएगा
takeaways. Steps for our project. First one is GUI development.
ब्लरी ब्लरी
Developing a graphical
वीडियो
user
को वेरी
interface
ब्लरी
using JavaFX or Swing, that is desktop. Web interface using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Provide buttons, forms, charts and calendars. It also improves usability for non-technical users. Next one is cloud integration.
दीपा को लगा मेरे
At first, data is stored locally in CSV file. Future improvement, store financial data in the cloud using cloud databases, Firebase, AWS, RDS, MongoDB, Atlas. It also secures user authentication, enable access from multiple devices. Benefits are data backup and recovery, real-time synchronization, improved data security and availability. Next one is advanced analytics. It predicts the budgeting, category-wise rent analysis using graphs. Benefits of this are better financial
अप्रॉक्सीमेटली 4
planning,
घंटे का वैसे था 4
smart
घंटा
decision
12
making
मिनट का
support,
था
personalized financial insights. So I'll be explaining the code which we are running right now. So the concepts used in Java are object-oriented programming. Data types and library used are big decimal, date and time API, which is used as year month dot OF, used for dates filtering and monthly summaries. File handling, CSV storage, reading from a CSV file, writing to CSV file, then a collections framework, array list to store transactions of the data, and sorting transactions. Fifth one is exception handling, prevents programs crash from wrong input. user input handling, scanner for console input, menu driven control flow, which is used for a switch case menu, controls program navigation, and we are also using a unique transaction ID, which generates a unique ID for each transaction, and a balance calculation, which is used for finance calculations. We are also using modular design methods such as add transaction flow, filter by data flow, and monthly summary flow. Improves readability and reusability. So here we are mainly using Java OOP, file handling, collections, data time API, big decimal, exception handling, and a menu-driven UI to build a robust personal financial manager. So that's it. Thank you.